I really thought I always have to put a camera on the tripod and start filming myself only when I need to record a video for YouTube. But now I understand that I really have to get comfortable with this whole setup. Or even if not with the setup, but at least with the fact that I'm talking to camera. I don't really see myself when like what I'm doing, what I'm saying. I can kind of imagine what the picture looks like, but whatever. So I thought of like building a habit, like filming myself on my phone for 15 minutes every day, talking to the camera. The reason for that being is that I cannot articulate myself the way I want to, which is the highest possible level. I can definitely articulate myself probably better than most of the people who would be sitting in my position talking to a camera simply because they have never done it. Or they never had the goal of having a YouTube channel, or they were never looking at content the way I do. And the way I look at content comes from Naval, which is content is permissionless leverage. It doesn't have a cost of replication, so you create content once and it's on the internet kind of forever. I still get follows on Instagram from videos that I've uploaded months ago, and because they went viral, I still get subscribers, I still get followers from those videos. And the last couple of weeks, I have been struggling with this not phenomenon, but this challenge of like, I kind of like fitness, I really enjoy fitness, but there isn't for me to talk much about. The reason for that is being people just overcomplicate fitness out of no reason. Even if there is a way to get 1% more from a certain move by just tweaking this and this, I still wouldn't do it simply because that 1% isn't worth squeezing. I would rather focus on the 90% of fitness, which is like you get your protein in, you track your calories, you progressively overload your lifts, you progressively try to get stronger, and you sleep enough. And I think the final point would be you just don't stop doing it for years. Like, there isn't much to talk about. Like, okay, if you get into details of lifting, right? You get into the details of, okay, these are the planes of motion. You have a vertical pull, a horizontal pull. With those two planes of motion, you are working your whole back. Then you have horizontal push, incline push, you have chest flies, your chest is developed. You have vertical push as well, which is dips, which also works the sternal head of the chest. I also often see people, like not people, but like coaches showing 3 regions of the chest. Like you're looking at a pectoral muscle, and they're showing 3 parts of a pectoral muscle, whereas the chest muscle itself has only 2, how you say it, 2 heads. You have the clavicular head, which is this one, goes along the clavicle, and you have the sternal head, which is the biggest part. And for that, you really don't need many motions, many movements or whatnot. I am a proponent of keeping fitness as simple as possible. People who get into this whole science-based lifting shit, whatever, they might as well do everything they want to do. But I believe they're also like making this whole science-based lifting their whole life. I don't want to be spending my time going through fitness research papers. I have done it enough to understand that it's irrelevant for most of people. And I never had the aim of becoming the best coach. I want to be a coach I want to see. I want to be the coach I needed back in the day. The coach who's gonna come and tell you like, bro, chill the fuck down. Focus on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These aspects. Okay, let's go through these 5 aspects once again. You track your calories. With that, you are in control of your weight. You eat enough protein. 2 grams per kg body weight, 1 gram per pound, whatever, just eat protein. Keep getting stronger, progressively overload your lifts. It's either the same reps, little bit more weight, same weight, more reps, same weight, same reps, better form also counts. So you're progressively getting stronger over time. You sleep enough, 6 to 8 hours. You never catch me saying 6, 7 because I just hate it. From now, even when I say like 6 to 7 hours, I'm like, I ain't 6, 7 in this shit. I would rather say 6 to 8 hours. Like 6, 7 fuck my brain so hard. Even every time I want to say something like, yeah, 6 or 7, I'm like, no, 6 to 8. 6 to 8, like type shit. Fuck. Social media has really fucked my brain. Fuck. Whatever. Yes. 6 to 8 hours of sleep, and you do it for years. You do these 4 aspects, you continue doing them for years. My perspective when it comes to my physique is set for the next 10 years. So I started lifting when I was 20. Now I'm 20. Soon I'll be 24. Fuck. So it means that I have at least 6 more years till I kind of can say like, okay, this is my natural limit. This is all the size I could pack on. From now on, I'm most probably gonna dense max. And with dense maxing, I mean getting muscle maturity. The muscle maturity means that after you are not packing on more size, you start creating more muscle tissue within the size that you have. You're not gonna get bigger, but you're gonna get more solid in that space of muscle that you have. So that's what I call dense maxing, right? But this whole muscle maturity, dense maxing comes only after like a decade of lifting. The first decade you're gonna build muscle. Of course, after the first 3 years of lifting, you're not gonna be drastically packing on as much muscle as in the first 3 years, yet you're still gonna pack on muscle. And the longer it goes, the less amount of muscle will you pack on. But till that point, you already look like a Greek god. But yeah, like set your goals for a long time frame. Don't just be like, I'm gonna train for 1 year, see how it works out. No, I am telling you to make it, to integrate it into your lifestyle. I'm downloading anti-gravity. I'm trying to fuck around with Google anti-gravity, so I gotta check if it's actually downloaded. Let's see what I'm doing with anti-gravity. Fuck ass bitch. I'm not sure if my MacBook Air is really like well suited for this, because sometimes anti-gravity just bugs, and I'm like, the fuck? Oh, it's still download. Oh, download. Goody. Damn, I kind of like this exercise, not gonna lie. I feel as if I'm getting more reps in with talking to the camera. Fuck it, I might as well upload it and be like, working on my articulation, volume 1. Maybe this is going to inspire someone to start with the same habit and improve their articulation skills, improve their YouTube videos. Of course, it has to do more with than just articulation. Good YouTube videos need some type of editing, but I believe the true mastery is when you can put a camera in front of you just like this and have a viral video simply because of your idea and your raw articulation skills. Like, this seems so badass. Like, imagine, it seems so badass. Like, you don't need a whole crew of video editors, visualizers and whatnot to create a one solid piece of content. All you need is you and your phone. maybe like a tripod as in this case. But I always found it to be so badass. Like, what you mean you only need your mind and your speaking abilities to create a viral video? And by creating a viral video, you're also inviting lots of eyes onto you and potentially onto your products. And if you're not making money with your own products, I don't know what you're doing. Maybe you're counting on YouTube ads revenue, which is a shit business strategy, because YouTube is very volatile and only YouTube decides what you get paid. But when you have your own product, you decide what you're getting paid, right? You can decide how much you get paid, how many clients you're gonna have. You get to decide if you want to start earning more money. You can do appropriate changes. You can double your prices. You can bring in more value so the price feels more justifiable. You run more ads. Type shit. That's it, actually. Even if you're not making content, at least think about learning ads. Meta ads would be the best, I believe. You have Instagram, you have Facebook. If you try to do TikTok ads are just fucking expensive. You have to be paying at least 20 euros a day. At least. That's 600 euros. Like, at least 600 euros a month for ads. Whereas in Meta, you have like a monthly budget of 20 euros. Monthly budget, which isn't that much. And you can get impressions on your product, on your store page view, whatnot. So, how long have I been even recording myself? 12 minutes! Bombokla! This goes so fast. This goes so fucking fast. This is crazy. What do I want to talk about more? It would be funny if people even watch this video. Like, I am literally not talking about anything. I'm just rambling stuff. But I just want to get in the steps. What I'm also trying to do consciously is slow the fuck down, because my brain cannot keep up with my mouth, which is not a very good habit. Yet I am slowing down consciously to give myself enough time to really think through the stuff I'm going to say and let my mouth come to terms with the things I'm going to say. Also being comfortable with the silence. Like in this exact point, a couple of seconds back, when I didn't know what to say, I could have said, whatever, right? I didn't. And I'm proud of it. And I'm proud of myself that I didn't use filler words or filler voices, filler sounds to fill up the silence. I just let the silence exist, which is very hard nowadays, especially for my overstimulated monkey brain, right? I am proud of myself that I actually did this video, because I wrote that I'm going to film myself for 15 minutes. I came home, and instead of doing dog shit, I actually did what I wrote down. And 15 minutes even don't seem that much, if I'm being honest. Like, I was yapping and it was 12 minutes. And it didn't feel like 12 minutes. It felt like I was talking to myself. I kind of like this, not gonna lie. It's just that sometimes I don't feel like I have ideas worth sharing, or that my articulation is not up to the part that I can speak about the idea to the extent I want to describe it to, in a way that if I have an idea and I imagine it to be this, like I can visualize my idea in different tones, different, not fuck the words, images, sounds, feelings. Like Kanye West said it. Like, I feel like I don't think in words. I think like an orchestra. Like I had different aspects of my being, images, visuals, feelings, all of them combined, and I have this idea. My problem is putting that idea that I can visualize in my head into words, especially in English. Given that English is my fifth language, I would probably be able to articulate myself better if I started my channel in Russian. But I wanna reach out to more people in this world, and there are not many people speaking Russian. And of those small amount of people who speak Russian, half of them are idiots, like with all people. But it's better to have half of the world than to have half of Russia. So dumb. What the fuck? Half of Russia, bro. It would be so many Russian chicks, Russian snow bunnies. Crazy, big dog, big dog. But wait, if half of the world, it also means Latinas, which are American, South American snow bunnies. Or are they snow bunnies or black bunnies? Because some of those Latinas are negra. Or are they still called negro? I love these memes. Like with those Spanish memes. Oye, blah, 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 dos colas. Like in 2025, you're getting like for $50, maybe like 2 Cokes. And like in 1800s, oye, puedes dame esos dos negros? And I've seen this meme like from little kids to like grown ass men. It's such a funny meme though. Can I get those two negros? But yeah, we've talked through some shit. I have finally made myself talk to camera, articulate myself more than I expected. The main goal would be to stay consistent with this habit. And also a next habit I want to integrate into my life is generally filming more of myself. Because my talking head videos are shit. I can understand that people don't want to listen to me because I don't make them stop scrolling with my tone, voice, speaking abilities, whatnot. But what has worked for me was B-roll clips with captions on them, right? I have managed to get millions and millions of views without talking, just me, the video without me talking, just me and the captions. That's it. After that, all I have to do is have a compelling story or have something valuable to share with people. So I thought of like, okay, how can I make this process more efficient, or at least I can make this process more flexible? Like, let's say I don't have an idea that I want to share right now, but let's say I want to walk and I get an insight, an idea, video idea. I'm like, oh, this would be cool to post. And let's say I know the captions because I thought of those captions in my head. But I need clips, like B-roll clips. Maybe with different, how you say it, with different contexts. Like me, maybe boxing, kickboxing, me lifting weights, me going out into the nature, me studying, writing, me, I don't know, whatever. Like me going out, hanging out with my friends, fit checks, whatnot. Like I have unlearned the feeling of being a creator. I can literally feel my brain being possessed by so many opinions that are not even mine, by so many feelings that I didn't create, that I didn't feel. It's as if someone like planted them in my head. Like, this is what you believe in, type shit. Okay, I think for the first day was a good practice session. I don't know if I'm going to post this. Fuck it, I'm gonna post it. What do I have to lose? I'm a brokey. I ain't got shit. Except for my pictures, but no, I ain't got shit. Really. All the material possessions, it's not me. Every time I get a new material possession, I have this habit of like sitting and thinking about how would I feel if this gets taken away from me? Do I feel less of a man? Do I feel less confident? Would I feel less happy? And then I always think about like, okay, is it the object making me or am I making the object meaningful, right? Is the object that I bought making me meaningful, or am I the one giving meaning to this object? And I believe I have been the first scenario that when the object was making me meaningful, I have lived this life for long enough to come to terms with more of an aesthetic lifestyle. Not that I'm just gonna throw everything away, but be grateful for the stuff that I have, but also understand and keep in mind that everything can be taken away from me at any time. Also, where it actually matters to me is not with like clothes or like physical stuff, but with knowledge. Especially, you downloading? Especially, I have this learning notebook, right? I have Notebook LM from Google AI, and I think it's actually good, function wise. I just don't like it because it doesn't feel like learning for me. This feels more like learning. Like imagine, this feels more like learning because I took a post-it note, I wrote down my idea. Then I came back to the idea. I slapped the post-it note onto my notebook and I start writing down my thoughts, what I believe in, and extra research information for those tickets, right? For these post-it notes. I call them tickets. This feels more like learning, like I had to actually put in effort. All of the technology nowadays pushes us to have less effort, to put in less effort into something. No wonder we can't remember anything. If you didn't have to put in effort into learning something, you will not remember it. It's something I have noticed throughout years. Like even before the AI came, people who either do everything with internet, like they would learn everything through internet, which is still kind of effortful when we look at the AI times, but when we look even like into the past where we didn't have internet and now we have internet, I believe we don't have the cognitive capacities we had before, because beforehand we actually had to remember shit. We had to put in effort to remember shit. That's why we did remember or not all, but most of the things we learned, because it was effortful. And now we're moving towards the world of convenience. And that, funny enough, reduces our gray matter in our brain, which then results in us having less cognitive capacities or capabilities, my bad. I'm trying to sound cool as if I'm like Englishman or what. Like, or just writing down stuff, like creating your own graphs. This, having like papers flying around, this feels like learning. This really does feel like learning. And I'm a proponent of this. Mind you, I still have Notebook LM, I still use AI, but it's just like, it's not end of learning. It's just like, I can do quick research with AI, but I would still, after reading all of that stuff, I wouldn't start doing like 20,000 spreadsheets or like documents and make them documents look good, because I know at the end of the day, I wouldn't learn shit. What would make me learn shit would be putting in effort into thinking about it, writing it down by hand or typing it, but typing it myself, not letting AI type it for me. Learning has to involve some type of effort in order for the information to stick to your brain. Yeah, I believe for today's exercise, this has been more than good. I believe I am very proud of myself, as I said, and I hope you also, the viewer, my bro. It's kind of easier to talk to you as if you were just one person, and it makes more sense because no one is looking at their phone like in a group, like 20 people staring at one screen. Um, I hope you, my brother, who also wants to start making content, to start some type of online business, and you still can't force yourself to start making videos. I hope if you are seeing this video, start with this habit. You don't have to upload it. I might as well upload it just for the fun of it. Why not? Who gives a fuck? Probably no one's gonna see. But if someone is seeing this, I really hope you start filming yourself, talking to camera for like 15 minutes a day, every day for 15 minutes. And I'm going to try it, and let's see how my articulation improves over time. Let's see what happens at the end of the month, at the end of the quarter, at the end of the year. How much better is my articulation going to become?